Hey guys, Jimmy here. I got a little video for you guys today. Nothing too strenuous, I suppose. It was really relaxing doing this drawing. And yeah, you can see me sketching through the poses real quick. I like to keep things like really gestural and not too complicated. Mainly because I'm really lazy. So a lot of people say like less is more, in terms of art. And I just kind of thought like, yeah, I went with that notion, just only really going with it because I'm lazy, and it's kind of an excuse for me to be lazy. So, yeah, yeah, I keep things really simple, very blocky, very strong in shape design. Not strong, I don't know. Just keeping it very big and gestural at first, and then I go in with the small details. My sense for character design is primitive. I don't really have a good sense for character design. I just kind of like, I still feel like I draw like I'm still drawing my Naruto OC from when I was like 12 years old. Like he still has a cape, and I just kind of pick things from like stuff that I still enjoy today. Right there, I turned the head. It was facing forward. Now it's it's in a profile view because I just kind of thought I gave it a little stronger aspect. I don't know, it just looked cool. You just kind of do things. You do things. It looks cool. You like it. Yeah, that's what this drawing was for me. It wasn't something I was thinking too hard about. Everything just kind of flowed the way I wanted it to. It wasn't really in my comfort zone, I suppose. Yeah, and then you see right here, I'm messing around with the spear. I wasn't sure if I wanted to go with a sword or a spear, but eventually I went with a sword because I don't know, I didn't feel like drawing a spear. I don't know. It was pretty. It turned out pretty okay. But you can tell that I really did not feel like designing the weapon at all. I kept it really simple and really dumb looking. So I'm sorry. Maybe I'll draw a cooler looking sword in another illustration, but right now you get this dumb generic anime sword. So, I'm sorry. Yeah. Like I said, my sense for character design is very, very weak. Nothing too special. I wasn't really thinking too hard. It kind of looks like Ryu mixed with like Strider mixed with like I don't know, some Ike from Fire Emblem because of the cape. Except it doesn't have like bulky armor, which I just didn't feel like drawing today, which is why it's not on here. Otherwise, it probably would be on here. And right now I'm going with the, just cleaning up the line work. Nothing too complicated. Very thick lines because I'm blind and I don't think I'll be able to see the thin lines. No, I'm not actually blind. I have very poor eyesight. And yeah, and right here, just finding shapes. I still really just in the thinking process. The sketch wasn't really fully developed, and it can be a blessing and a curse at the same time to still find your form at the final line stage, because you don't really know what you're looking at. You just kind of do things and find things that look cool, but a lot of times sometimes it turns out pretty nice. It's still very loose and just still very interesting. My inspirations, I get asked a lot what my inspirations are, and it's for animators, I am very inspired by Yo Ishinari, the director for Little Witch Academia, the creator and director for Little Witch Academia, the mech designer for Gurren Lagann, and I think the background artist for Kill la Kill. He did a lot of other stuff, like he worked on Evangelion, and he's a very, very seasoned animator. I highly suggest searching him up. I think Egoraptor did a interview with him and Hiroyuki Imaishi a few years back, so they're definitely titans of the industry when it comes to anime. I'm a weeb. Like I have a lot of obviously I have very strong opinion towards like Japanese work and aesthetic, but I do have like some I have American influences. can't really think of them off the top of my head. But I've, because I've really been just kind of deep into anime, and it's 2 o'clock here and I'm tired, so I don't really feel like using my brain too much. But yeah, those are he is my main inspiration, Yoshinari. I have a lot of other animators who are very strong and inspirational to me as well, like Norio Matsumoto from he worked on Naruto a lot. He did the iconic fight scene of Naruto versus Sasuke the first time, and definitely the iconic, not what's iconic, but he did the fight scene for Sasuke versus Orochimaru in the Chunin exams, which was really cool to look at. That scene stuck out to me as a kid, but one that stuck out to me the most was Naruto versus Sasuke, because that episode was just straight on like Sakuga, like all day. Yeah, right now I'm going with this like bold, thick line aesthetic. It's really fun to look at. It's something I noticed like a lot of artists do, and it eliminates the 3D aspect of a drawing, but it definitely pushes like the more design aspect. Like, it works really well when you have very bold and strong shapes in your illustration, and it pushes for that. So if you feel like your silhouette is lacking, silhouette is something that I definitely think we should all consider when drawing something, because it makes it's kind of like if you just like blotched in this whole drawing and remove the lines, you should be able to see what's going on and what the character is doing, or what it looks like anyways. You'll see me do it like right here. Yeah, right there you can see what's going on. You see the head, you see the right there, you see the head, you see the sword, the legs, and the pose is very open and readable, so that's something to consider. For my color choices, I don't really have I can't paint like for shit, like I really can't. I'm more like, I just go for a really simple cel-shaded look, because that's the only thing I can really do. And it's like another excuse I use for my lacking in art skills, I suppose. I just kind of blotch in the colors, not blotch in, but I just pick simple colors. And I like that really cool like cel-shaded aesthetic for some anime fight scenes, where they don't go for like highlights, they go for like really simple, like just a base color and some shapes of shadow. And you can see me do it here with the cape later on. Right now I'm still just kind of blotching in the colors, the base colors, and then just still figuring things out. Like I didn't really think this character design through. This was just something I did as like not using too much brain power in any way. It's just something I did for fun. But yeah, I'm really inspired by that animator aesthetic, and it's something that I've been really inspired by for like a long time. Right there, I wasn't really sure for like a red or white headband. I didn't want it to look too much like Ryu, but I think the red kind of makes it pop and contrast well with the yellow, especially for like a character design palette. So let me know what you think there. I don't really have an opinion on it yet. It's something I've been kind of flopping with for a while. And yeah, right there I just kind of added the shadow, and I added a few other shadows right here. Yeah, this is basically my whole illustration. I think it's coming to an end. Let me know what you think in the comments, and this was a lot of fun to do. Hope you enjoyed it. Eat your vegetables, eat your protein, Make sure to poop. Have a nice day.